Yes guys, welcome to another Chelsea transfer video. I'm bringing you guys up to date every single day, the latest Chelsea news. Obviously we usually talk about Xavi Simons, Garnacho. We'll kind of talk about that a little bit, but there's more outgoing sales. Chelsea owners, Chelsea directors are going absolutely mad today. We're expecting 3 deals to go ahead, which we'll be getting into. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification, tune in single day, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on every single topic that I do speak about. Let me know where you tune in from, what times or what country, and go and follow the second channel, Sadiq Talks Football, where I'll be discussing all clubs, mainly top 6 in the Premier League and any other big topics around Europe, of course. You can click the Linktree link, which will take to all platforms of WorldWideChels, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and obviously if you're interested in F1 and other general football talks as well. So yeah, go follow up guys. But look, today we've got some big outgoing sell news that we need to get into. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Dewsbury Hall to Everton is what we're seeing. We're seeing Lesley to Burnley and Chukwuemeka maybe to Dortmund from what we're understanding. So we'll start with Dewsbury Hall. We're hearing it's around £30 million. Obviously it's going to be about 26 million permanent fees and then bonuses. Hasn't been fully confirmed. We're hearing it might be around £2 to £4 million. So it's absolutely mad right now. I've been saying in the past, he's been a fantastic professional player. He's been a great squad depth player. He's come on when needed. He's scored some important goals as well. And I wish him the very best. I wanted him to stay personally as squad depth, but obviously with the players coming back in, the players that we're signing, it looks like it was better to sell him in the obviously the owner's eyes, of course. And I think the fee is a decent amount. I wasn't expecting more than that personally. It's very similar to what we paid. So I don't think it's a a massive loss or massive hit right now. So Dewsbury Hall, I wish you the very best. Thank you for your time at Chelsea, and it's a shame, but yeah, you deserve first team football, of course, and I hope you're going to be playing every single game week in week out at your new club. So yeah, here we go. Fabrizio Romano has given that for sure. The other one is Lesley, obviously going to Burnley. We're hearing it's going to be around £20 million. That's a fee that I didn't expect myself. So Chelsea are getting money in for sure. I'm not going to always give full credit to the owners, of course, and the directors, footballers and stuff, because there are some L's that we've taken. We can talk about Sterling, we can talk about Lukaku's not really their fault, but you know what I mean. We're struggling to get rid of old players as well. Kepa only went for 5 million, but we did make some money on the loan fees, of course. But Sterling's a big one. Chilwell, these ones annoy me the most. Mudryk obviously is not their fault, but we're going to be taking a hit on these ones as well. So yes, we've got great deals coming in. We're speaking about Broha. Was around £15 million from what I can understand now. It was originally quoted around £25 million, which I don't think was correct. So I'll be always very honest with what I'm saying, and if you guys want full detail, I should have said this in the intro. Check out my Blue Lounge, new setup, new settings, big fan of it. I was on this stream yesterday discussing with other content creators, and we kind of go into more depth. Obviously with today's videos and what we see in this channel is more of just to round up my quick opinions on the quick videos, and I'll be streaming again very soon, of course. Not as special as his one, of course, but yeah, we do need to get that flow of conversation again. Sorry, which is a very important time for Chelsea fans, of course. So Lesley, we're seeing Broha obviously leaving, Dewsbury Hall, and we're also hearing Chukwuemeka that Chelsea want a permanent deal. They insist on a permanent deal for the players' services to Dortmund. Dortmund obviously wanted a loan, and Fabrizio Romano is absolutely going ham right now. We always talk about Xavi Simons, Garnacho, what's going on. We know Garnacho wants Chelsea. We know Xavi Simons wants Chelsea. Gerard Hatter was announced as a Chelsea player, walking to Chelsea, of course. Xavi Simons was in the comments showing love as well. And it kind of tells you that the guy's keeping tracks, of course, at Chelsea, man. He wants to move to Chelsea. We know he's moved his bio. He's removed Leipzig and all this stuff. He wasn't in the squad. They're more confident on Sesko leaving because there's been an official bid and there's money involved at the moment. At the moment, what we see with Xavi Simons is just talks, advanced talks. We've not really seen any talk of how much we'll be spending. Obviously, we spoke about Tyreek George yesterday. That's another deal that I'm a bit disappointed in, especially if we're seeing players like Broha, Dewsbury Hall leaving. Why does Tyreek George have to go? And I'm gonna keep my opinion from what I said on the Blue Lounge yesterday, that I don't think it's Tyreek George pushing for that move. From what I saw as well, was that I think I saw Fabrizio Romano tweet two different things when it was posted. Maybe it was edited or removed, or I hope it wasn't fake, but it was more kind of showing that Tyreek George wanted to move like fully, basically, and then now it's being discussed at the moment. So look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Tyreek George, whether he stays or not. I really hope he does. We can clearly see that Chelsea are making great sales when needed on certain players. We just need to get the job done now on the other players, which is very, very important, of course. August is a new month, new week, people. Monday, 4th of August is where we're seeing all the sales come through. I do believe Xavi Simons will be a Chelsea player. I know Fabrizio Romano has a 75% chance. I know Garnacho is definitely going to be a Chelsea player because it's a market opportunity. You know, he's been frozen out, not wanted. Amarin has given him a bit of credit, saying that he's a great talent, but just some talents don't fit his philosophy. So he's made it clear. Garnacho's made it clear. You know, he's liking posts about being linked to Chelsea and all this stuff. And the question is, do we want that in our dressing room? And I think since we've got rid of the mindset of the experienced players of, you know, the Sterlings and Lukaku's and stuff, we kind of don't really see that at Chelsea anymore, if you know what I mean. Like, publicly, I've not seen anything that bad. Even Nkunku hasn't been that bad, personally. He might even stay at Chelsea Football Club, in my opinion. I think he will stay. I genuinely believe he will stay. So yeah, we got rid of the likes of João Felix and stuff, 25 million-ish, roughly. And then bonuses taking it to around 40 million. I know everyone got excited that we're going to be making profit and stuff, but it depends on certain clauses that have been put through. Now, another interesting point that I really was impressed with on Blue Lounge's stream yesterday. Panelist Stanford Sink, I was a big fan of what he was saying on the Blue Lounge's stream yesterday. He was talking about the relationship that Chelsea want to build around Leipzig. You know, the ownership behind the scenes, you know, making sure that if you scratch our back, we can scratch your back. And I think with Tyreek George is another one. You know, Leipzig interested in the player, we could put a certain clause in there, a buyback clause. If he is to shine in the next 1 or 2 years, 3 years, Chelsea will have first say on that one. And I think these are great points that we're seeing. Obviously, right now we just read reports. We don't really understand the business side of it. We don't look into the business side. So I think that was a very good point from one of the panelists, of course, on the Blue Lounge yesterday. Every Sunday is 10 p.m. Go check it out. I should be there every single week, hopefully, if I can make the time, or at least feature if possible. But it's going to be a very interesting ending to the transfer window. I do believe Xavi Simons will be a Chelsea player. I do believe Garnacho will be a Chelsea player. I don't think we'll sign anyone else personally. I don't think we'll sign a goalkeeper. It looks like Robert Sanchez could be our number one for the upcoming season, which is a bit of a worry. You know, we've seen good signs of this team gelling. We saw straight after the Club World Cup final, Sanchez talked very positively about the owners, and it clearly shows that he was trying to stay at Chelsea. He does not want to leave. Nicholas Jackson also linked with the likes of Newcastle, Aston Villa, Manchester United as well. But Chelsea want around £80 million. Chelsea not forcing that move. You know, very different to other players, of course. They do value the player. They do want him to stay. So I do believe he will stay as well. And whether he'll be a striker, we could see what Blue Land was saying yesterday. 2 10s instead of, you know, the wingers, of course. And, you know, we could have the likes of Xavi Simons, Nicholas Jackson maybe up there. And then just behind, what's his name? Liam Delap. But of course, where would Cole Palmer play? This is a good problem to have in this Chelsea squad. Obviously, Cole Palmer will be playing every single game. But I'm saying when there's games where, you know, Cole Palmer needs a rest, Cucurella needs a rest, for example, as well. That's where Hato comes in. That's where the likes of, you know, whether it's Xavi Simons, Garnacho, whoever it is, we have opportunities to play the way Maresca wants to play. This is a real test for me this season. You know, we've given him that first year break. He's done a phenomenal job. He's got us top 4. He got us back in Champions League after a couple of years. We've won a trophy. We won 2 trophies, in fact, Conference League and obviously the big Club World Cup. It might not seem that big now, but I think in years to come, 1 or 2 decades to come, when it's fully announced properly and the new gen come through and they see, yeah, Chelsea were the first team to win it, that will be a big conversation to have within, you know, discussions between fans. So, yeah, that is kind of everything that I wanted to say. All I can say is follow up on all the socials, everything in the link tree. Got Sadiq Talks Football second channel, got the third channel, Worldwide F1. I'll be in Italy in September, Abu Dhabi in December. I also drove a F4 Formula CR. Still don't know why I've not uploaded. Probably by the end of this week because there's no Formula 1 content for 4 weeks. But yeah, follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, myself, Sindri, Alfred, Andreas. I've got a few things coming up. I should be attending the Leverkusen game on Friday. Maybe not AC Milan on Sunday. I do have tickets to it as well. Crystal Palace, I'll be there for the first game of the season as well. So yeah, it's a very, very exciting time as a Chelsea fan. So yeah, guys, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification, tune in every single day, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, and I'll catch you guys soon. WorldWideChels, I'm out. Peace.